Shit, I don't even know, man. Now it says in-stream. Shit, I don't know. What's up, Sadie? Ah, it's working now. It's on YouTube. Perfect. I don't know what the fuck that was about, but we got it working. So, um, all right. I'll have to figure that shit out later. So, yeah, tomorrow, actually, I can't really talk about it, but tomorrow's going to be a fun day for me. I'll get to talk about it eventually, but I'll leave it there. Let you speculate. So, I've been adding a lot of stuff. Actually, I'm trying to try something new. So, I don't know if this will work. So, supposedly, if you hit clip, did that work? That did not seem to work. So much for. Oh, wait, what's going on here? Well, oh, there it went. Oh, it did work. It's just delayed. So can clip it. It actually gets sent straight to Discord too. I don't know. I just fucking around with shit, trying to figure out new shit. You know, having fun, trying to make the best out of streaming that I can. I also added some other stuff in here. Where is it at? I don't know how this will come across though. So let's see. Oh no, I can't hear it.
Oh no, no!
Can you hear that? I can't hear that.
No!
All right, what's going on? Why can't I hear it? This is weird. I can't hear anything in my headphones. I don't know what the hell is going on. What is the deal? I don't know, man. I can't hear shit in my headphones now. Maybe that's a sign. Maybe it's a sign to not be on too long tonight. So, all right, what the fuck? What's going on here? I need somebody to help me. Why is that so weird?
Look how fat I am. Holy
Oh,
shit.
here, I think this is why.
Ugh.
Somehow. All right, I think it will work now. Let me verify. Ah, now I can hear. Perfect. Okay. Somehow I use Sonar for all my audio shit. And it lost my headset or my earbuds for some reason. Yeah, I've added quite a bit of stuff, so we'll see.
Wow!
This shit, I just added shit that makes me laugh. I don't know why the fuck I put that in there, but it's in there for the hell of it. So anyways, I have been adding a lot of shit. So if some of this seems like too much, let me know. And I'll do something different. But yeah. Some of it gets a little bit sketchy, but you know, anyways. So I want to actually let me get to what I wanted us to kind of watch. I was curious to see what Burns had to say about the cleric, and he actually has a video out about the cleric. So I'm curious to see what he has to say. And I figured that would be our task for tonight. So let's see. All right. Oh, and of course that didn't work either. I gotta get this shit down. I don't know what's going on. Here we go. Perfect. So we're gonna watch. This is the wonderful Doc Burns, another doctor with the Copian Clinic, and he does some really good stuff. So I figure we can watch this and see what he has to say about clerics. Which obviously that's what I play. I only play the cleric, so I'm curious about what he has to say. I've not watched this yet. So we'll spend some time with this. What the hell is going on? What is that not? Hold up. Hold up. There we go. God damn, this has just been a night, hasn't it? It's been a whole day, really.
Oh, we got some bogeys down here. Here they are. Here they come.
You're fucking loot. Bitch!
Yeah, we fuck their healer. Of course they're gonna go out.
Oh, wonderful envious.
Ah, yeah, picking on
Wonderful
my healer. Ah, you
envious.
didn't know a little 23 would be around that corner ready to bend your bitch ass over, did you?
I think we have two full parties.
I'm safe. I'm safe.
They do.
Have an even number fight. It's just
I can use it.
ridiculous.
I think we're a little outnumbered a little bit.
Nice push, boys.
Have y'all seen everything that's happened with envious still? I don't know whether Lineker's like full of shit. I like Lineker, but I don't know if he's ever, I don't know half the time, I don't know if he's full of shit or if he's just like trolling or what's going on. But he had this big old long Reddit post about envious leaving Resna, that they pushed him off Resna, they disbanded and they're going somewhere else. They actually said they were coming to Vira, but I don't know. There's the whole Lineker DA envious, all of that is just absolutely wild to try to follow. It's kind of hard to follow.
Oh yeah, let's go. Good shit.
It's really good. Whoever's healing, great fucking job.
Cleric is the most dynamic class in Ashes of Creation. It's the only true healer, and so they designed it to be a Swiss Army knife. Even if you're not playing Cleric, your game will be affected by one. So let's talk about Cleric dynamics.
Well, yeah, you're going to be affected by one because you're going to need one. I don't know what he means by a Swiss Army knife. I mean, you heal. I'm not sure if he's talking about different types of healing.
On this week's visit to the Copium Clinic.
I don't know.
Let me start off by saying I'm still learning this class. I've healed in PvE and PvP, but there's still so much I don't know. I've learned a few things though and wanted to discuss. Groups in Ashes are capped at 8. There's a pretty significant drop when you add a 9th person and go from a group to a raid. So for an 8-man group, there's discussion about if you want 2 clerics and 1 bard or 2 bards, 1 cleric. I think it's different in PvE.
Two clerics, 1 bard, or 2 bards, 1 cleric. What's up, Penumbra? I'm glad it finally pushed over to YouTube. I was having problems with YouTube, so I'm curious what he's going to say.
And PvP. In PvE, you can control who you're fighting by controlling your pulls, except when that mage ball goes wandering. I personally think it's a waste of a DPS spot to have 2 clerics in PvE, but that brings us along to my next point.
Ooh, don't agree with that. I think we've talked about this a lot with my ideal group makeup. Is when you have a group of 8, is actually to have 2 clerics. I guess that depends on what you're fighting. I mean, if you're not fighting super tough stuff, I guess you can get by with 1, but having 2 just for pure res purposes, I think is sort of a must, in my opinion. Yeah, I don't know. I don't agree with the idea of having just 1.
In PvP, you're getting jumped by an unknown amount of people. Clerics have some pretty clutch heals which can and will save a group. Clerics have HOTS, AoE, and single target abilities. There are 3 HOTS, or heals over time. One of them, Defiant Light, is woefully underused right now. It's a HOT that lasts 10 seconds, and if the person who has it casted on them takes fatal damage during that time, they don't die. Instead, they're given 25% of their maximum.
I don't know if he's talking about how that's not used. I use that all the time. It's actually G. I can tell you the keybind it is right now. It's something I'll throw on somebody that's dropping really fast, or a DPS that I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to get up, just because it saves them from dying.
Health. So tanks, it's worth asking your cleric if they're running Defiant Light, so you can save a few hours of
I don't know why you
XP
wouldn't run
debt.
that.
Another hot, Soothing Touch, is a good one. It has 3 charges and you can cast them in rapid succession multiple times on the same target, and it will extend the life of the hot. One trick with this is that it'll crit every now and then, meaning every tick will be a crit. If you keep that same hot up, then you're getting a lot better value out of the cast. Cleric has a lot of AoE abilities.
I don't use that.
Most of them affect all friendlies in the area regardless of group, but one of them, Communal Restoration, only affects your 8-man group. We tested Communal Restoration to see if it required.
I don't like Communal Restoration. Intrepid, if I could give you any feedback, this spell doesn't seem very powerful at all. I mean, it's nice that it heals your group, but you know, from a cleric perspective, I don't know. I think they're a much more powerful group heals. The only benefit to this one is you don't have to have people in like a spot that, you know, gathered up. But I'm not a huge fan of this. Hopefully they don't come to cast us. It's quiet here. Clerics do damage like crazy too. Yeah, the clerics can do okay with damage. Most of the time I'm just sitting back with auto attack going, basically.
line of sight, and it does. When you're in raids, these other AoE heals will be important because they extend beyond your 8-man. The bread and butter of a cleric's kit, though, is the single target abilities. Some are instant cast, like Flash Cure, and others have a cast time. The cutesy heal is Mend. You throw these wisps in the air, which eventually land on your target. There's some gaminess where you can heal someone before you know they need it, because the wisp takes a sec to get to the target. Mend is most effective when used for self-targeted healing, though. When used on yourself, it's an instant cast. Deliverance is the big hitter, though. It takes a sec to cast, but there's no cooldown, so you can spam it. At one point, when we were first hitting Carfin during the second weekend, our raid had 3 healers, including myself. Through no fault of his own, unfortunately, our tank was still dying. I felt so bad I started pumping him full of deliverances, and he actually stayed alive the whole time after I did that. Like I mentioned with Flash Cure, it's an instant cast and heals pretty well. It's the oh crap button. I recommend having it on a different hand than your charged abilities. For example, I use the Razor Naga mouse. I have Deliverance on this button. Flash Cure is number 2 for me, so I can be charging Deliverance and pumping Flash Cures at the same time.
That's actually some very good advice, because you can cast it at the same time, and that's definitely, I also have that mouse, so that's definitely going to help you if you have it set to it, and then you can just use your key. I do a lot of manual stuff still, so I can actually, I don't know if you realize this, but you can actually be casting Deliverance on, say, the tank, and while you're casting it, you can manually click to someone else and Flash Cure them. And it does not disrupt your original cast. So I don't know. But that's actually not bad advice to set it up that way. Decided to use shift on the side key so I don't have to stretch my hand too much. That's another great piece of advice. But yeah, the ability to flip your target and cast Flash Cure while you're still casting Deliverance is huge. That should be bread and butter for really all clerics at this point. I really don't use Mend or Soothing Glow much. It's maybe something I should spec more into to see about using, but I don't know. I found it. I found Deliverance and Flash Cure to be a pretty good combination. I'm not sure what I would give up for Soothing Glow either, but probably some damage stuff.
As a former New World player, I was immediately overwhelmed by having more than 3 abilities to choose from. Wow. It's a breath of fresh air having this much choice. A learning curve everyone's going to have to go through, though, is how you get your abilities set up. I'm working on getting my ability bar to mimic the look of my MMO mouse. I know some people use the 12 thumb button, but I'm a simpleton and use the 6. The other buttons are assigned to keys near WASD. I've gone through several mice in my time playing MMOs. After residency, when I was returning to...
Mend is not really worth the burst. Yeah, I don't know. I don't use Mend for much at all. He's right. I mean, the self-target is not a bad way to use it. I wish the servers would open earlier tomorrow. This game is awesome. I miss playing it. Well, Zeeth, thank you for your first message. I fucking 100% agree with you. I think all of us sitting in chat right now, watching this and talking, absolutely agree with you that we wish we could just be playing instead. 10 a.m. Pacific. So far, there's no announced delay. So I think, hopefully 10 a.m. Pacific. They've been extending further into Monday. I think that'll continue. I think we're probably at a point where Mondays continue with, if not the full day, at least part of the day. Again, I still think they're going to actually get to 5 days a week before they get to December 20th. Is my opinion. It actually kind of makes sense too, like financially, because I think one reason why a lot of people aren't joining right now is because it's just 3 days a week. And so if you feel confident enough and you're able to do 5 days a week, 2 weeks before you were supposed to, I think you'll get more people to buy in at a slightly higher price point rather than waiting until December 20th. But that's just my humble opinion. Up a number, no, I work tomorrow's server shouldn't open until 4 p.m. Pacific. No, man. No, that hurts me. So No, we'll go with 10 a.m. Pacific, and I will just say I'm sorry that you have to work tomorrow, and that hopefully you get to make up the time.
To gaming seriously. I just had this mouse. It's the Logitech. It's real simple. It has 2 thumb buttons, and that wasn't enough for me playing MMOs. So then I graduated to this, which is the Corsair Scimitar, and I liked it because it has texture on some of the thumb buttons, and so you can kind of figure out where you are based on
mouse
the feel.
review.
Also, this
I didn't see
pad
this
on the
coming.
side here will change based on where you want it to go, so your thumb can fit it ergonomically pretty well. The problem with it though is I
agree
had
with
this
both of
mouse
you.
about 3 months, and the scroll wheel just stopped working. Like the computer wouldn't register when I would scroll. So had to chuck that and get a new one. So I ended up getting the Razer Naga V2 Pro, which is great. You can swap out this side
Not
panel right here.
sponsored
You can
yet.
see I've got the
Not sponsored yet. Burnsy is an amazing fucking YouTuber. So absolutely wonderful YouTuber. 12 mouse, extra mouse buttons. Yeah, I have that actually. I have what he's referring to. So you can see, shit, where's the camera? Yeah, you can see the 12 buttons. Oh shit. I don't know. I don't know if I like it that much. I might have potentially just should have gone with the 6, but 12 gets, you know, you have to have a lot of just memory, right? Muscle memory of where your fingers are. Well, where your thumb goes. I can see using healing touch and conjunction with wings, but I'm almost never melee range due to tanks taking burst damage and lack of heavy healing gear. You know what? I agree with you, Grabba. I was listening to Narc talk about that. He was talking about, you know, how you should use wings and, you know, fly in, and then that's when you use the melee heal. And I don't know when that's really ever, I don't know. I keep trying to think about when that would be helpful or useful. And I'm not sure that it would ever be in any scenario that I've been in, because if the tank is taking heavy damage, if I fly into him, more than likely I'm going to also. So I don't know. That's it's, I don't know. I've not seen a whole lot of use for it, in my opinion. I'd rather use consecrating wave. Yeah, no, I agree. That's one I also use quite a bit too. Plus you get that extra little damage in, which is a wonderful. What time is the giveaway tomorrow? I don't know, actually. Sometime. I do know that there's a time that I'm going to have to be off by. Can't say why. Sorry. So that is 3 p.m. So I'll have to actually probably be logged off the game by shit, 2 p.m. Central Time. So you can kind of figure it there. Oh, Raiders. What's up, everybody? Hey, Jamie Chaos. Thank you for the raid. Jamie and Annie having wonderful, absolutely wonderful people. If you've not followed them, you should go follow both of them. Actually, they both have channels. What's up, everybody? We're just chatting. We got Burnsy up here talking about the cleric. I wanted to know his opinion, since that's all I do is the cleric. He's demonstrating mice for us now. So the 12-digit thumb pad is actually pretty simple once you get into it. Corners are easiest. Keep long cooldowns on the middles. That's not bad advice. I'll have to think about that too. So NDA testing. I don't know, Penumbra. I don't know if I would put it that way or not. So yeah, clerics do rock. Absolutely, Master Chief. Clerics are the best. And don't you fucking forget that. So you need a cleric, just like you need a tank. We can have that whole discussion again about whether tanks die too much, but I think also healers do as well. Naga makes fighter button mashing pretty nice. Yeah, he's actually given some pretty good advice on how how clerics really should be utilizing their the mouse key buttons as well, in conjunction with the number keys on your keyboard.
6 button on, and then you can put the 12 button on. I'll probably graduate to this at some point, but for now I just like using my 6 button. And then also, like when you want to do FPSs or something like that, you can also just have the 2 button. This has been a reliable mouse. I've used it for several months now. Highly recommend this. This is
Sorry if I completely fuck up your name, but Boner Geese, did I say that right? It's interesting that clerics don't have a threat dump mechanic like in WoW. That's kind of an interesting point. You know, really with a good tank, I don't have any problems outside of ads that come in. You know, if ads start to show up and the tank doesn't notice them, and I'm pushing off some pretty big heals, then yeah, they come beelining straight to me. For Ursine Caves was a great example. I was convinced that for some reason the bears in that fucking place just wanted to kill me, and it was because I was healing and they were picking up the aggro. But I don't know about threat dumping. I mean, it's a good point. You know, I guess I haven't really been. You know, when I die, it's because the tank goes down. So, you know, either I've done a shitty job, or the best example I like to give is the tank that, you know, gets crit for 50% of their health with a single mob, and then says, "Hey, I'm gonna go grab 3 of those." It's like, no, that's you're gonna die. There's like nothing I can do to stop you from dying. Don't go grab 3 of them. Don't grab 2 of them. Um, but yeah, usually that's when I die, is when the tank goes down, and it can sometimes be my fault too. But although we like to say it's never the cleric's fault, right? What do you think will be better at 50 cleric or cleric bard? I think that's going to entirely depend on what you're wanting to do. I think if you're talking about healer, just pure healing, the cleric will beat out anything. So it's supposed to be. I mean, that's what we've been told. If you have the primary, secondary being the same, they should always be the absolute best in that area. You're going to lose out potentially on some other added stuff, but you know, cleric bard might have some self mana regen, have a lot more movement. I don't know. There's some stuff, but you know, cleric should beat anything when it comes to heals. I don't know how they're going to do it. I don't know if they're going to add extra, you know, well, they wouldn't really add extra spells. So I don't know. I don't know how they'll do it, but healer should go down second for repentance. Yeah. Well, that depends on whose fault it is that the tank dies. I really have had tanks that are like, "Hey, I'm going to go grab 4 things." And it's like, sorry, I get going and I use 4-letter words. I apologize if you don't like them, but it's like, motherfucker, what are you thinking here? Like, what is your goal? Are you trying to give me a stroke? Like, you're going to die. Like, I don't understand why you're getting all these things all at once. But that's not every tank. You know, there are some really great ones like Jamie, like Royer as well. I've healed Royer. I've never healed Jamie, but yeah, I don't know. So I don't know that cleric should always go down for repentance, but bard misdirection reduces threat by 1,000%. Tank has 20% crit avoidance with my sword. I wonder if the tank doesn't know that you can taunt. Well, on the single pull, I don't know, but it's yeah, it's been hit or miss. I mean, I've had some really good pugs, and then I have some that have just gone just crazy. If you like to hear someone that sort of speaks their thoughts, then you should watch me stream. I don't really hold back, and I apologize for anyone that's ever grouped for me. I'm not like trying to be personal, but yeah, I start voicing my opinions as things start going to shit. So sometimes it's the mage that pulls with the stray lightning balls. Hell yeah, it is. Yeah. He actually, Burns just had that in his video. You know, the oops, I've had that happen several times. And you like tell the people like, please don't pull this for the second, third time, and then they do. So, question is, does any cleric use barrier, or do we just let bards do that job? I think bard's barrier is wonderful, actually. Burns was earlier in this video was saying that he would prefer to have 2 bards and 1 cleric for a PvE group. I don't really think that's for me, that's not ideal. I would rather have 2 clerics and 1 bard, but I will say the bard's barrier is the winner when it comes to that. So there's nothing quite like when your group's starting to get damage from all sides, and you maybe don't have your AoE heal, or you know, you're waiting for something on cooldown, and you're sort of like, oh shit, like people are gonna die, and then all of a sudden you see that bard shield come up. It's wonderful. It's like chef's kiss. It's like perfect. This is why I love bards. Actually, I love bards for their mana regen, but The shield is also very nice to have. So I don't know anyone who takes that talent. I don't either. When a bard isn't around, but typically there's one bard in a group. Yeah, I really don't want to. I don't like groups when there's no bard in them. We run 2 bards, 1 cleric, but we were pretty well geared. Yeah, I mean, and I guess it depends on your PVE, right? The reason I prefer 2 clerics is just simply for the resurrections. You know, I think if it's done right, I found the ability to sort of res in mid battle is super helpful. So that's part of my preference for 2. Because you know, if you're deep down in a dungeon also, and your cleric dies, like the cleric has to, you know, get all the way back to you, or you have to come all the way out. And so having that second cleric to res, I think is just very helpful. Gerd Heist, thank you for your first message. From so many videos I've seen of 8-man PvE groups, 2 clerics. Shit, just lost where I was reading. 2 clerics look too cozy. Depends on what you're fighting. So I don't know what you've seen people fighting, but yeah. So cleric have good DPS. That's true. Yeah, there's an ad. Fucking ads. I don't know. What can I do about ads? It's an ad. Fucking Twitch and their ads. All the people on YouTube don't have to worry about that. Having a second cleric to res the other cleric is a good strat. Yeah, I mean, you hope it doesn't happen, right? But I don't think you're giving up too much by having 2 clerics, because as has been put out, there's good DPS. Like, you get more out of them. There's also a lot of CC. I don't know how many clerics are using their CC. But you know, if you're speccing, depending on how you spec, I mean, you get a nice silence that comes about. Pretty, you know, the cooldown's not terrible for the silence, and then you can also get a with your chains. Shit, what is it? It's like a stun or a trip. So it's another CC. I think it's stun. Maybe it stuns on the last tick. So if you're alternating between those things, you also provide some really pretty decent CC to your groups. Super helpful when you have casters, being able to go back and forth between both. So, and that's also where having 2 clerics, being able to alternate your silences is super helpful too. Bard has silence too. Is it as good as the cleric though? That would be my question. How often can you use it? Honestly, tanks shouldn't even pull in this game. They should post an EOE taunt chain and let others pull. I actually kind of agree with that, Tomic. I would prefer sort of your I would prefer, yeah, that there be traditional pullers for that. Bard has Marionette, which is great. 10-second stun. Yeah, 10 seconds is nice. 3 tanks in a 3 tanks is also fun in a group. I tanked 1 mob. Other tank managed the second 3-star mob. It was fun. How did you get 3 tanks? I have a hard time finding 1 fucking tank. How do you get 3 of them? The most crazy group I've ever had, I think we had 3 clerics, 2 bards, no tanks, and the rest were DPS. And somehow it worked. I don't know, but somehow I don't know how it did, but somehow it did. I still think we need WoW Priest mind control. That would be good. That would be fun as well. So guild of 200. What guild are you in? 3 tanks in my guild that went to Cranera. I mean, it could work. I've also had groups. Oh, you're in Grey Sentinels. Yeah. I mean, I've also had groups where I was the tank. So the cleric can tank depending on what you're doing. I would not advise clerics to tank like things 3-4 levels above them. But, you know, if you have an equal level 2-star, 3-star thing, Highwayman Hills was a great example. Like, I was tanking there as a cleric without too much difficulty. The only problem I had as a Tarot Clank, Jesus Christ, I haven't even had that much to drink. The only problem I had as a cleric tank was aggro management. I had none. So things would get away from me.
New for any of you veteran MMO players, but here's how I like to heal. I keep my hots up on the tank as a foundation, I use single targets on him as he gets chunked, and I usually work in my AoEs between for the entire group as well. I'd like to see Intrepid add something with the cleric. Right now, as you're casting an ability, you can't change who it's casted on. Your original target when you hit the ability button is who that ability will hit. Some of the cast times can be kind of long, so being able to switch between targets as I'm charging would be nice. Apparently one of the offensive abilities can do that, but it's a lot more helpful to do that with the healing abilities. Heaven forbid you're charging a deliverance on a DPS player and your tank gets chunked. It'd be nice to swap targets to give the tank the heal instead. Another thing I want to talk about is divine infusion.
Yeah, I don't know about that. So he's saying you should be able to switch your target for deliverance? Like, isn't that when you should be using your flash cure? Like, if you're doing deliverance, and you can cut the deliverance in half. Like, you don't have to go through the whole cast. I mean, you can stop you can flash cure your tank, stop your deliverance cast, and restart it on the other. I don't know. I don't know. And you get 2 immediate flash cures too. So I don't know. Tell him to cancel cast and retarget. We don't even really have to cancel cast, because again, deliverance is a charged spell, right? So you can just let it go. You don't have to like hold it down for the entire charge. You can flash cure, let it go. You can actually almost double flash cure, and then start casting deliverance after that. So I don't know. That's what I would do there. I wouldn't worry so much about switching flash cure to a different target. That would be overpowered. You should cancel the heal and start it over again on the new target. Yeah, but you just don't have to. Like, Flash Cure is a fucking awesome spell. If you have a cleric that's not using Flash Cure, then they're doing it wrong, because that's your oh shit, like, can cast it at any point. You can cast 2 right away as well. So yeah, I don't know. I don't use a lot of hots. Maybe I'm playing cleric wrong, but he said he uses hots and does single spells. I mean, I'm largely casting deliverance, and then using a lot of AoE stuff. Divine Flare is absolutely my favorite spell that clerics have. I love throwing that on the target, on the tank's feet. It's a huge fucking heal. It silences whatever we're fighting. So I actually more so alternate Divine Flare with Deliverance, and then I'll cast Flash Cure whenever there's sort of oh shit moments. And if there's multiple people starting to take damage, that's when I will start casting some of the other multi-target spells. I do put Defiant on tank when he gets chunked, just in case my flash wasn't enough. Yeah. Well, yeah, I'll use that too. Yeah, Defiant's another one that I use a lot. If I'm unsure that I'm going to be able to get to the tank in time, or really anyone, I'll cast that. It's also not a terrible cooldown. I mean, it's slow. It's what, 30? Is it 30 seconds? I mean, it's not super long. Hots on tanks is usually in every MMO. Yeah, I mean they are, but Chaffee. But I mean, you know, I don't have full. You know, I have to still have to select things. Right? I can't just spec everything. And so Soothing Glow is an example you have to spec into. It's not just something you get. And so I haven't really messed with hots. Like I just haven't seen a real big reason to. I mean, obviously I need to play with it. I need to learn that, you know, if anything, just to know what it's like to play with it. But, you know, so far using just Defiant Light, Flash Cure, and then a variety of different AE stuff has been very easy to use. I'm constantly spamming Divine Flare, like all the time.
This is a builder and spender mechanic. As you perform light attacks and heals, you gain divine power. You can spend this divine power to instantly finish the cast time of an ability.
Shit, I hate this. I hate divine power. I have said this so many times. This cleric special bullshit, I just so much dislike. I don't know. I don't find it to be useful at all. You know, the idea of, well, you can cast it instead of mana. I mean, as long as you have a good bard, like, mana is not really an issue too much. The instant cast stuff, I guess you could use. I mean, I could see that being helpful, but I just really dislike this, like, cleric special ability shit. I also what I think what makes me dislike it even more is the fact that your very first skill point has to be put into it. Like I think if they're intent on leaving this, yeah, I'm on Vira. If they're intent on leaving this, like I would love them to just pull it out of the skill tree. I hate having to waste a skill point on this. That drives me nuts. Maybe let divine power build up, reduces mana cost of heals. I mean, that would be a good alternative. There was the what was it? 20% bonus to heals as well. I don't know. I don't. It's like an afterthought. I almost never bother with it. I don't have to worry about it. I know there's some people that like to use the Instacast ability, but I don't know. Yeah, but how often do you use Judgment? I mean, that's another one I don't use a ton. I could see Res. Yeah, Resurrection is an Instacast. Would be okay, but I don't know. I don't like it. And I've told Planendorf that many times, and my interpretation of his responses are that it's not going to go anywhere. So, yeah.
Ability. It's nice to do that when you're in a pinch, but you generally don't want to spend too much divine power because you put out higher heal numbers when you have more divine power built up. Something I like with these abilities is that you'll often notice rainbows around the cleric as he's casting. Per the website, a cleric's abilities are drawn from radiant energy, or light. How does light produce rainbows?
I mean, Judgment is a huge heal, but it's so long, and you're only going to be able to instacast it every so often. So, I mean, I don't really use it for heals at all, to be honest. I'll use it for when I'm soloing as sort of my pulling spell, because then I can cast Smite and all of a sudden they're conflagrating. But yeah, I don't know. It's such a long cast. It just feels bad to cast it. Like I feel like there's other things I would rather be casting.
Sometimes. Light rays are a composition of different wavelengths. Each wavelength has a different color, red having the widest wavelength and blue or violet having the shortest. As these waves interact with a transparent material at an angle, each wavelength interacts slightly different with the electrons of the transparent material. This causes them to spread out. It's the same with water droplets. That's how you see a rainbow. While this isn't going to change your life, I like how they're expressing the lore of the cleric visually through the abilities. Blech, am I starting to like lore? Speaking of lore, I feel the need to tell you that in between writing the script, I went to church. Here's the fit. While I was staring at the floor and contemplating my role in the universe, I couldn't help but think about my role in an 8-man.
Oh, those are terrible shoes. What are wrong with those shoes? Those are awful shoes, man. What is this? You're a doctor. What are those shoes? I like shoes. I'm a sneakerhead. So what the hell? I don't wear so I am also a physician. Like I do not. We are in completely different specialties, but yeah, I don't wear that shit. Like you need to be wearing sneakers, man. Sneakers are better. Like all the way. I have Nikes on every day or usually Adidas sometimes, but Burnsy, I'm disappointed. What the hell is he talking about going to church and shit?
But their job is to take all the hits. Statistically, they have to be the ones to die the most. As such, shouldn't they receive decreased X?
But does a cleric have to be... Why do we have to associate cleric with church? Like they're just a healer, like a Templar or something. Sure, a paladin. You know, you're healing based off of faith, but I don't know. This feels like a rabbit hole I shouldn't go down. Cleric needs death magic, 100%. I would love to have death magic. Yeah, eventually. Cabell, first message. Thank you for hanging out with us. Sorry, just joined the channel. Was curious if anyone knows if the servers are going to stay open in between test wave phases. It says sale ending 11:30. I'm just assuming they're going to close off people. So right now we're 3 days a week. So up until oh, that's right. It is the 30th. So it's coming up. Anyways, up until December 20th, it's just Friday, Saturday, Sunday. They have been giving us some Mondays, but that's not guaranteed. Once we get to December 20th, it will be 5 days a week. We don't know which 5 days yet. So 24/7 will not be until May of 25 or supposedly. So, yeah, the servers will not remain 24/7 for quite some time. Cleric Rogue is Necro. I don't get that either. Why is the Cleric Rogue Necro? I don't understand that. Why does a rogue make you a necromancer? Does the rogue lift people up? from the dead.
XP debt compared to the other classes.
Sorry, assassination. But I think of necro. I think you're raising up skeletons and shit, ghosts. Like I don't understand why. How does a rogue do that? I think the summoner cleric would be necro. Yeah. For that's yes. Yeah, there we go. I was gonna say that's okay. That makes much more sense. So we had some confusion there. So cleric summoner is the necro, not the rogue. That's yes. That makes far more sense. And I might have had too much to drink already, but we'll keep going.
And I know what you're thinking. Get good. Keep your tank up. Yes, agreed. Even then, though, the tanks
Suppositories?
still
Holy
have to be the
shit.
ones to die the most. I'm sure Intrepid has this data, but I'd love to see it. Leveling a tank has to be the hardest class because you're supposed to be the one to die first. Hopefully, your cleric keeps you alive, but sometimes we screw up. Luckily, with the reintroduction of bards to MMOs, we have a new scapegoat.
It wasn't me. The bard didn't give me enough mana.
Now for this week's installment of
Stream of.
It wasn't me. The bar didn't give me enough mana. No, you didn't put your blessed weapon on the right person. That's the problem there. That's so interesting. You know, this whole tank death thing. I don't know. I don't want to go down that conversation again.
Consciousness.
One morning, I was in the middle of adjusting my ability bar and a group rolled up on us. I wasn't recording then, so I don't have the clips, but luckily one of the envious guys was. We had some back and forth. They had the edge on us early.
Yo, this
It's just
EPH guy
be
is
fighting.
white.
Then
Ignore
stop
the white
fighting
guy.
the fucking white guy and come to the three blue purples. Like, what the fuck are? Why am I getting these stupid ass cons in a fight?
Oh, that's CC My Life.
There's a bunch.
CC My Life was on there. Yeah, right there. So that's the person that got their channel copyright struck, but I think it got removed. I'm not really sure. That whole fucking thing drama that was like a couple of weeks ago where he was fighting someone. What was the other person's name? Hans? Yeah. It was CC My Life was fighting someone named Hans, who's actually an EU person, but was on Resna. And CC My Life posted the video, just a generic like PvP video. But within that video he posted, it included them killing this Hans guy. And he threatened to channel strike his YouTube if he didn't take down the video because he did not consent to being in that video. His character was in the video. And he did. He copyright struck the channel, which is like the absolute shittiest thing you can do to any content creator. Like just the shittiest, because you only get so much, and like all of a sudden that like really threatens any kind of partnership. Just really fucked up thing to do. Yeah, Hans did disappear. Yeah. We followed that pretty closely here for a week or so. Actually, CC My Life came into chat and talked a little bit. But yeah, he's completely disappeared. That guild's website's gone. The posts on the forums are gone. He's no longer in the Discord anymore. Like literally everything, the guild website, all of it's gone. So his YouTube got deleted. Yeah, just some crazy shit. So anyways, that's him right there on screen. CC My Life. So Crix, hopefully he does not copyright strike you for including him in your video. That's a joke. I don't think he'll actually do that. Vira is nice. We all work together to have all buildings. Vira is nice. Last weekend got a little bit hairy though. People really started getting each other's shit. And I think by Sunday, everybody was tired of it. So yeah, the war. Yeah, I think Sunday was like, all right, fuck this. We're done. Drop guild. We don't want to fight anymore. Yeah, the guild wars of Vira. Got to start collecting this. I did create that Reddit channel, Reddit subreddit for posting all of the drama shit, but nothing's been posted to it. These guys are on my server. They're fucking lame. The server has so much political drama. It's ridiculous. None of them want to upgrade the cities for crafting, and they're just hoarding the in-game loot grinds. Really? They have like 500 members. So you're on Resna? They're not working together? That's fucking terrible. I mean, I get it. Eventually you don't, but it's such a small thing right now. Like, how is that even testing? Like, the whole point of now is to let people test building all this shit. Like, if you're not going to do it, like, what's the point? which is a whole nother thing. I think Intrepid needs to speed up the process just to be able to test everything. But because it's so interconnected, like I got to level 10 hunting, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna go get a runic steed and log in. Wait, because I got to 10 like last on a Sunday, so I had to wait till Friday, log in. All right, gonna go get that fucking runic steed. Well, I needed the next bow upgrade. Well, couldn't get that because they didn't have the cookhouse done. Like, it's so interconnected. I just wish for this stage of alpha that they would speed stuff up a little bit. Anyways, Castus has been pretty chill. Yeah, and Lilith is also pretty chill I think for having the big streamers on there. They've been working together too, from what I understand. They're all level 55, cap gold, just stupid. Yeah. I wonder who's been doing the dupes. I've seen those screenshots of 7, 8 fucking legendary bows. I don't understand having a big head in an alpha exactly. That shit's been building up though, Grabba. Like, I wish I could tell PI stories. I really do. But there's just been shit building up for a while. It's not surprising at all that there's a lot of back and forth. So I don't think Lineker for one actually really likes PI people too much. He got on my ass for joining so late, but I got to 10 mining and couldn't build the pickup at any of the nodes. Yeah, I mean that's what's so frustrating, right? It's just so slow to. It's maybe stuff isn't a good spot for a release, but for an alpha test, like it needs to speed up a little bit. We need to be able to do stuff faster. Has Steven posted his response to the dupers? I mean, he said they fixed it. I think that was on oh shit, what's his name? Grapplers. I think, yeah. Was it Grappler that? No. I don't remember who did the video, but yeah, he posted a response. They're not going to do anything, and I don't think they should ban it. It's alpha. Sort of like, I don't think you want the drama of banning people. I don't think you would ban a lot of the high-end people anyways over this. I do think you keep people's names. You write it down in a little black book, and you kind of track. Like, all right, you were someone that didn't report this. You were someone that used it a whole lot. We're gonna keep an eye on you now. For any future issues. So almost every streamer there is APK. I really think they wanted to push everyone into gear grinding zones to test server stability. That's true. I just wish they opened up crafting now. I agree with that too. Summoner cleric. Yeah, equals necromancer. Yeah, we had some faulty information. We'll summon a skeleton.
Bunch of EPH here, like a full fucking party. Look behind. Look at the group behind.
Wait, we blink away. Turn around.
Huge freeze. Just froze 4.
I got 4 in capacity.
I guess I didn't realize birds was in Ethereum.
We're split up.
I got another one.
Oh shit, more ads.
Really not
I'm gonna snooze it.
hitting this bitch. Just keep fucking this bitch. She's almost out of mana.
Keep
She'll
fucking
almost
this bitch.
Good job. Killer's dead. Now kill him. Sun CX next. Sun. The ranger or that's a tank.
He's giving up.
Yeah, we fucked their healer. Of course they're gonna give up.
Your fucking loot.
Bitch! I got either Mark or other group.
Ah, yeah, picking on my guild, huh? You didn't know a little 23 be around that corner ready to bend your bitch ass over, did you?
Cricks and Triforce come back.
Willow's like they can't heal. Push in.
Okay.
Drop your AoEs on these motherfuckers. Willow's flagged again.
Okay.
You can pull back.
All right.
Just fight them on this platform.
Oh, there's birds.
They're all on me. They're all over me.
He's level 23. Wait,
saying.
he's level wait. He's level 23. All of the footage that Burns has been posting of him is like he's level what, 17, 18? Like there's a big difference between 18 and 23. It's 20 when you get all your gear shit upgraded. Like, and Gear's boss here. Gear's far more the boss than character level. So I don't know. Yeah, everything just, I don't know why that's been doing that shit. These guys are all super lame, I'm telling you. Yeah, 19 versus 20 is huge. Yeah, I mean, you get that 20 gear. And if you've duped to 500 legendaries, like you got all this shit waiting for you.
We're getting very low on mana.
Oh, no, I couldn't save you, man.
It's fine. I'm just.
Yeah, their clank target was 18.
Send me an invite.
So they're all fighting 18.
They're just pulling off of you guys sprinting.
Kill us, I don't see you, man.
17.
I'm safe. I'm safe. They do.
They're too deep.
Stay on cue. You see the helmet?
Have an even number fight. It's just ridiculous.
I think we're a little outnumbered a little bit.
When I
We're
got
a
a
little
sec, I started
outnumbered?
my recording though.
This is, can I just say, this is fucking awesome seeing the different viewpoints. It's just fucking amazing. It's great. So like he's just showing Crix's stuff and then he's gonna show his own. It's awesome.
Silence.
Oh, he's already done, dude. He already got... Oh, we got some bogeys down
Coming
here.
up the
Here they are. Here
Yeah,
they
yeah,
come.
yeah, yeah.
Keep cutting. Seal link. We need to regroup at Ember Spring.
Guys, in the back. Just try.
Why was he doing communal restoration?
Nice, big.
Next
I'm in the
focus,
back line, I'm in
QA,
the back
QA,
line.
QA.
I'm in the back.
Like
line.
nobody's down in hell.
I'm getting a big freeze here.
Just keep pushing, guys. Keep pushing.
One
I don't know
freeze.
why he's using that spell though.
There we go.
Gotta get Q. Gotta get the healers.
The ball's
Sync
coming
kill is
forward.
cleric. Sync kill is Mark, cleric. Our back line.
Yeah,
Or
Crix
energy
is
ball.
on our
Is
side.
over
On the right.
pushed. They're over pushes.
Anybody inside of it? Is it?
I got 3 seconds
everybody
on
trying to hit.
freeze.
Everybody.
So I also want to point out he's not using soft lock targeting. So I absolutely love using soft lock targeting because I have, I get both an offensive and defensive targeting bars, which I think is incredibly helpful. And he does not have that set up on his screen here. So
Everybody turn on him. Every single person.
is that even uphill may not work. It's got to have line of sight and have to be pretty much on the same level for communal to work. Yeah, I think that's honestly kind of a crap spell. I'll only use that spell when none of my other AoE stuff is up. Naomi, if you go into options for combat, it's just an option for you to actually lock on to whatever you're facing. I don't know that I wish I could show you my bars. If you watch me tomorrow, I will go through how I have everything set up. It just makes it it's much easier. It's all in the center here. Let's see. You can't see my hand. Like right in through here is where I'll have like a offensive and then defensive is over here. I don't know. It's just easier for me anyways. Visually, it's easier than having these bars on the other side and having to kind of click back and forth. Tomek, thank you for the tier 1 sub. I appreciate you. Appreciate you greatly.
See behind us? Okay.
Yep.
And then we're gonna find on bridge. We're gonna fight bridge.
About to blink and sleep him.
They're pushing them back.
Q is overextended.
From here on, we roll them, so enjoy.
Push hard.
Love the
I
music.
can't like move. My character is purposely.
In the land of ashes, wild and free.
I'm only able to hit like one of them.
QA is a cleric.
Look at Scylla. Look at Scylla. Up top.
You got platinum behind you. Triforce strike.
So they're calm.
Watch out for balls.
Calling
Send
out
your balls.
targets.
Everybody sending your balls of lightning if you can.
Behind us.
Versus the
There's 2 behind us.
All right, everybody.
Yeah, get mana.
I'm in the
bitch ass stuff.
Right now, guys.
We got a big freeze.
Oh yeah, he's got heals. What's he using to heal?
Marcy.
What's he casting?
Keep on resetting. We're picking them. We're resetting. Picking your reset.
Sorry, the cleric in me really wants to like slow this down and like try to figure out what he's doing here. They're on mouse buttons. It doesn't matter much. That's true. Where the skills are. I don't know. It looks. I just have to show you. For me, it's visually a much better process for being able to switch back and forth between people. The way I have everything set up. He ran out of mana. Does he just not have? I wish we could see things better. Does he have Blessed Weapon up? Like, who's it on? That would be my first question.
From morn till night.
He's dead.
Dead. Join this journey, take to flight.
He's on the ground. We can kill.
From steel and gold. Legends and tales
You won?
of heroes bold.
Look at him, look at him.
Right
He's
through
throwing the water.
valleys where
So
secrets
consecrating wave.
unfold.
All right.
In ashes of creation,
Okay, switch
stories
target,
told.
switch target. Don't chase the water.
Oh, I just realized. So this is an AI song, isn't it? It just mentioned Ashes of Creation. So he ran this through some sort of music generator. Can never tell since the icon is bugged on the cleric. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's go back to spawn.
Yeah, really back.
Dungeons
Good shit,
deep.
Nice push, boys.
Oh yeah, let's go.
It's really good. Whoever's healing, great fucking job.
This was a blast. Crix is a great player. We've had several fights with Envious, and they drastically outnumber us. But when we can get
There's an Ashes podcast that makes music. Are you? What podcast is that? I know that Loreforge just released their music stuff, their radio thing. I know Jalon has sort of put together some sort of royalty-free music stuff that I've never listened to because I can't stand him. Yeah, I mean, you can post a link here.
it, we love the competition. At this point in time, I like moderate-sized engagements because if you get too many people together, like 80, server performance is a serious issue. Hopefully, when dynamic gridding comes online, it smooths out. The foundation of this game, though, is great. The classes are well thought out and feel fluid. The cleric is a blast to play. I might try out another class during Phase 2, so stay tuned. Intrepid's been making big strides. The patches and bug fixes are rolling out quickly, so I think we've got a winner on our hands with this game. I've really enjoyed getting random DMs from you guys in chat or waving in town when I'm there. If you see me on Resna, come say hi. As always, be careful with copium.
It's highly addictive.
All right, Birdsy. That's good. That was fun. That was good. 107, The River.
Look how fat I am. Holy shit. Ugh.
I love the narc stuff. Thank you for redeeming that. Shit makes me laugh every fucking time. Is that the Loreforge? Yeah, Loreforge. Yeah, they're great. Loreforge guys are amazing. Yeah. They're excellent actually. They had been working on that for a little bit. So I love how they added in all of this stuff to make it sound like a real radio station. Yeah. Only the best Ashes creator / guild. Too bad you're in Genesis. Seems like a Black Talon trading company man to me, but whatevs. I don't know if they could handle me. They seem like very nice, very well put together set of guys. And I don't know if you've watched me stream heal, but I mean, every other word that comes out of my mouth is fuck or shit or asshole or motherfucker. So I might be a little too much. I don't know. I do. Yes, I feel like they're very wholesome, and I don't know that they would appreciate me, what I have to say. When they're asleep, we go hard. Yeah, but that's a 24/7 thing for me. Hopefully it doesn't like it starts to deter people from grouping with me. So because it's I don't have any filters. It's probably hilarious to watch. I don't know, but yeah, no, they're great guys. I love lore, so I love everything that they've put together. Always welcome to hang out. Hey, I'll heal you anytime you want if you need a healer. I'm in their well, I'm not in their guild. I assume they have a guild Discord, but I'm in their Loreforge Discord. So yes, your mouth would have to be cleaned up to join them. That's why I ditched them. Yeah, I don't mean anything by it. It's just you get excited and somebody does something stupid. So, often the word that comes out of my mouth is motherfucker. I don't know. It is what it is. So nah, dude, we're an adult guild. Swearing is fine. Oh yeah, just okay. So swearing is fine. Just don't be an asshole. right? I think those are very good rules to live by. Don't be an asshole. Don't be a dickhead. We're not being able to use adult around other adults is very unadult like. Yeah, I think I go too hard on adulting sometimes. I don't know. It is what it is. So, I should probably turn that into some sort of channel redeem. Oh, I did add this.
Can you speak English? Fuck you!
Oh shit! Sorry, that just makes me laugh. I do all of this for me. Oh, it's in an ad. It didn't go through. Fuck. You didn't get to see that? I'll play it again after the ads. Yeah. Most of this shit I just add for me because I think it's absolutely fucking hilarious to see. And so I hope people find it. And I hope they do it. Where's the other one? Somebody did the I'm fat. Yeah, this one too. Just brings me so much joy.
And now Steven's teabagging me as well.
I love that one. Absolutely. I would do more. I would do so many more narc things because he's got so many absolutely both wonderful and cringe meme-worthy stuff, but I don't want it to turn into like all shit against narc. So, but those are easily my two favorite. So I have a sailor mouth. Besides, you can trust people who swear more. They're unfiltered and usually truthful. That's very true. Yes. Swearing is natural, and there are plenty of studies that show that people who do swear tend to be more intelligent. So I would agree with that. Come chill with us this weekend, my man. We could always use a second high-level healer, plus even Chaffee J will do better with two. They won't have to tank. Well, when do you all play? See, here's the other problem with me is I on the weekend. So Fridays I'll play sort of during the daytime, but Saturday and Sunday I start at 5:30 a.m. So I use 5:30 a.m. Central Time. So I start super early in the morning and go until I don't know 11. So 11 or 12. So I'll usually stream. I don't know 6-7 hours, but usually the first half of my stream I'm just chilling with EU folks because it's so fucking early. I loathe Narc more than you dislike Jalon. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'd go that far. You know, it's that sort of first rule that we talked about. Don't be an asshole. Don't be a dickhead. Yeah, I won't go too far into that. I don't think I don't need to bring the stream down. So this is what this is what I played during the ad that I added. That is, oh shit, where'd it go? Makes me laugh.
Can you speak English? Fuck you!
I love that. That gets me right here. How long will you be streaming today? Not probably super long. Gosh, what time is it here? 9. It's almost 10. So probably for a little bit longer. And then we'll hang it up for the night. And then I'll be on quite a bit tomorrow. I do have to get off early tomorrow. But I can't say why. So I can't say why yet. I'll be able to say why later, but not tomorrow, not today. I usually get 3 to 4 hours of sleep during the weekend. Yeah, one that's not great for your body, but sure. Yeah, we need a friends list. That's the biggest fucking problem right now. Like there needs to be a friends list so you can just add people, see when they're on. They need a friends list and they need to fix how you can respond to whispers. If they could do that, it would be fucking wonderful. Am I on Resna? No. Hell no. Stayed away from Resna. Resna's been the server we've always had for PI, so I already kind of knew that Envious and all those folks would be going to Resna. So no plans to go to Resna. I'm on Vira. One of the best servers, the best server, Vira. It's where all the chill people, the cool people hang out. Clerics can only heal your body. Bards heal your mana. Don't die, and bards are better. Bards are not better. I will take you for your mana though. Yeah, I love the mana. That's what you're good for though. How much DPS do you do as a bard? Like if you're rolling level 15, you're in Highwayman Hills, like do you get a chance to do any sort of DPS? Is it any good? Queues on Resna are too long. Are there queues? There, part of that too is you had the default server was Resna, so people were just sort of joining Resna, not knowing that they could switch servers. Max, Guild saying Rebellion is going to dodge Resna. Me, yep, yeah. I don't know why anyone would go to Resna. So, I hope you came over to Vira with us. I will PvP with you if you did. Depends on your gear. Yeah, I think that's for everyone, right? So barbs can make with the hurting stuff. I just, you know, I play Bard a little bit during some of the tests, but Cleric has I think Cleric is just, I don't know. I think you always have the question of which one's more OP, the Cleric or the Bard. But I start thinking more so Cleric than anything. I sleep 10 hours and hide on weekdays. I work 4 a.m. and get off at 3 p.m. Oh shit. Damn, that's a lot of work. My Bard DPS sucks. So I'm curious about still testing some Bard DPS, but they do some damage for sure. Get the best instant interrupt. That's what people have been telling me. It's a wild neurotoxin. Yeah. We're entering Neuro's gameplay time. We have wildly different periods of time. And I don't even know what Diggs is. When the map gets larger, Resna is going to be great with all the action and Nob Wars. That might be true. Me crush you. Yeah. I mean, I could see that. I mean, it's certainly part of the problem right now is we're all too highly concentrated in one area. So, and we're only can get to level 25 and we're missing a lot of shit. So people are getting bored and they fight each other. Yeah, Vira for the win, exactly. With the latest change and the shock stacks, bards can do PS. So you don't mind the changes then? I know Neuro didn't mind the changes. We had a couple of people that played Bard that felt like they got nerfed. But then we have people say, nope, not at all. What time will servers be up tomorrow? 10 a.m. Pacific time is what we are told. So, okay, Max, you are on. Yeah, once we get a friends list, you'll have to add me. Neuro, you were on PTR all day. Well, good for you. I can't get back on PTR much unless there's a specific reason. It just starts to burn me out having to redo characters all the time. I've kind of reached that point. So, killed the dragon a couple of times. Oh, on PTR? That's fun. So you got auto boosted in your level? Are they boosted? What did they boost you to? Bard did get nerfed for healing, but they're still a great class. Yeah. Okay, so you got raised to 25. What did they, I didn't get a chance to copy the patch notes, but I noticed that they were removed. And I don't know what it said before, and I wish I did know. Because I did not get a chance to see what it was they had posted that they sort of had to suddenly remove. I know it said something about stuff that they were working on or something like that. And so it wasn't, it sounded like it was sort of an accidental post. There it is. Yeah, if you want to put it there. They're effectively invalid patch notes. Be okay with them being gone. Yeah, I was just curious. I was working, so by the time I saw the patch notes pop up, and I was going to copy paste them to the forum that we have. For those of you who are new to us, I've actually been. Hold on, let me find it. Been tracking. So I started a Google Doc a long time ago for patch notes. that I finally organized. If you're interested, you can keep that. But I was going to put them on here, and then I think work got fucked up. So then by the time I actually sat back down and was like able to sort of look, the patch notes were gone. So it's like, well, shit, I wish I knew what they put in there. What was this? It was about the 2-minute guild deck thing that was a placeholder. Yeah, but what the fuck was that thing about EXP debt stat lost? I don't know. What was it? I want to know. What do you mean? What do you mean? Oh, I need to put that one in. Yeah. What do you mean? Oh, you sent it? Okay, I'll have to. Oh, I think I just heard Discord chime. So that was you. Somewhere, maybe. Yeah, if you could send them to me, that would be fucking awesome. Stat dampening. Now I want to know. I want to know what you were talking about. Is Diggs thoroughly upset with the game, or does he still have hope? Wishful question. I love Diggs. Diggs has not been playing the game, as far as we know. Am I able to post a wiki link? I think you should be able to. Yeah, you should be able to post links. Yeah, one is his laptop doesn't run it very well. 2 is he loves to dance. And 3, he's like really surprisingly wrapped into Lego Fortnite. So that's when he does game, most of his time's on Lego Fortnite. So like completely different from what we're doing. But if EXP debt really causes stat loss, I think I'm done for a while as well. Isn't that what it was intended though? I thought that's what they planned on. That your stat loss, because I'm pretty sure. Am I wrong in that? I thought that those two were tied together. Sweet. Oh, there it is. Oh, here are the patch notes. Maybe now I can read. I'm not going to put these up on stream just because they did take them down, but I'll put this.
Wow.
All right. Am I wrong in that though? I felt like yeah, here it is. Skill and stat dampening. Let me see if I can actually pull this up and we can look at it together.
That could be a bug.
That's a bug.
That could be a bug. Guys, you're going to see some bugs.
Here we go. Stat dampening. When a player dies, skill and stat dampening penalties are applied when a player dies or when they gain corruption. Causes negative effects such as reduction of health and mana. Yeah, this was always planned, right? Non-combatant players accrue skill and stat dampening on death at twice the rate of combatants. They've always talked about that though, haven't they? Like that was part of their incentive to make you flag? Am I wrong? I feel like I don't know that a lot of this is new. EXP debt and death penalty are part of the game. They planned on stat loss, but my question is the stat dampening attached to a time limit or EXP debt? That's a great question, Tomek, because I initially in my head tied it to the EXP debt, but I've heard Steven say that it's tied to a timer. So I've also been kind of confused equally on which sort of how you work it off, because the question always came like at level 25, right? If you're max level and you die, like what's the point of EXP debt? I mean, you can't de-level. And so originally I thought that was tied to your skill and stat dampening, that you had to work off your XP debt. But then that seems far too punishing. So that's when I thought they had said that it was more of a timer-based thing. But why, though? I don't want to be non-competitive due to deaths. Yeah, I mean, it's their whole idea of making you flag. I don't know. I don't know that I agree with it. I'm against this. This game has too much grief. Today was the first time I ever heard of it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that it's not just been corruption. The plan has always been for you to suffer stat dampening stuff when you die, any death, and you would have double that because you're supposed to suffer double the problems or double the death penalties as a non-combatant versus if you had flagged. So I don't think any of that's new. So when did they put when the player dies, reaching maximum EXP debt for level can result in roughly 20% stat dampening for that character. That's rough though. That is rough. That's pretty rough. If you hover over it, it says timer, but it also isn't up to date either. Which one? So when were these? So it's not up to date. Yeah, stat dampening is a stacking debuff. Because we always talked about this as a problem with raid wipes. Like, this is one thing that we talked a lot about, is how can you people are so used to sort of the traditional World of Warcraft, Final Fantasy type raiding where you just sort of throw yourself at it constantly. And you might have to pay repair bills or something, but you can keep throwing yourself at it. Versus here, if you're throwing yourself constantly at a raid and you're dying, like you get to a point where you just can't do it anymore. Hover over debuff. Here. That one? Why is it saying related status effects? Is that what you're talking about? I don't know. None of this is new, as far as I know. Ah, shit, wrong button. Yeah, here's your non-combatant. Death debuff lasts 5 and 10 minutes. So yeah, here's the timer part. Experience debt. So with the patch notes saying they were tying the debuff to EXP debt? Is that what it was trying to say? Because that would read different than here. Because here it clearly says that it's tied to a timer. But I could have sworn, Penumbra, you've been around here for a long time too. I could have sworn that in the past, at least, they have talked about your stat dampening being tied to XP debt. I might be completely misremembering that, but when was this? 16. So this was podcast October 12th, 2024. Oh, this is Vladis.
But it isn't fully fleshed out or released yet.
Okay. And so my next question is kind of revolving death penalties. And this is something that I've, because on the wiki, there's like 7 things that happen to you, Stephen, when you die. It yes. seems very punishing to someone like me, right?
Super punishing. Yeah, absolutely.
So
that's another core philosophy tenet, right? Risk versus reward.
Being a masochist? Is that weird?
No. It's when you fail, you feel failure.
Oh,
because
well, yeah.
A lot of games you fail and you don't feel shit. It's like, oh, you failed. Okay, try again. Okay, here's your trophy.
I mean, that's true, and I kind of like again. I'm coming around a little bit towards the death penalties because people always talk about the Zerg thing that happened in a lot of other games. But if you're constantly throwing yourself at a world boss and you have so much, like you're gonna have to leave. Like your whole group's gonna have to go, and I think that that causes you not to be at the world boss for 5 hours. You know what I mean? Like, and I think that also.
Yakin Gaming. I believe Steven said that the stat dampening was so that players can't contest a location indefinitely. I mean, I can understand that, but it's so hard to work off experience that as you get higher and higher level. I don't know if it's tied to that. That's crazy. Dark Mitten, thank you for the prime. I appreciate you. I appreciate you a lot. That's how we do all of our key giveaways. Actually, is from ads and subs and all that shit. So appreciate you.
Leaves other groups a chance to get that. So, but the question I have about death penalties is quite simple. Like, so when you die, is it a timer? Like, so when you die and you get like a little bit of XP debt or whatever, is it like a 10-minute timer that has to wear out, or is it like a permanent thing until you have to do something? Like, I'm just curious as to.
There are 3 primary consequences for dying.
Okay.
Right, and obviously the way you die can influence.
So do we think that's why this PTR notes were removed? Because of this specifically?
First and foremost is you have a death debuff. That lasts for, anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes, depending on how often you've died.
Okay.
Okay. That death debuff is going to have some stat dampening effects. It's going to influence you negatively. The second thing that you have that happens to you is you acquire experience debt.
So then so we accrue experience debt, right? So multiple deaths, like your experience debt gets increased. So does that mean if it's 5 to 10 minutes? So if you die twice, are you now 10 to 15 minutes, 10 to 20? Like, does that keep increasing the length of time you have your stat debuff versus working it off? Yeah, he says death debuff 5 to 10 minutes, but what if you die a second time and your debuff hasn't worn off yet? Does the debuff stack? Does the time stack? Like, how does that work? It's the stat dampening, not the timer. Well, then that seems weird. I don't know. Like, if that's the case, like, why keep trying? Just wait. Like, just let it run off. If you know for sure it's going to be 5-10 minutes. My stat dampening went away when debt went away today. So it was in. Okay.
Right. And experience debt is something that lives on your progression tracker, right? This is experience debt that you need to go and gain experience in order to recover.
Okay.
Now, experience debt, the more you accumulate it, the more impact it has stat dampening on your efficacy in battle. And this is efficacy in battle with PvP or PvE. It doesn't matter. Now, the ceiling for that is if you accrue 100% experience debt within a level, you're going to have to work off that 100% experience debt, and you will have 20%, roughly 20% max ceiling on like how much your efficacy is curved.
Okay.
The third thing.
So I feel like I'm even more confused now. Because he starts this off by saying it's a 5 to 10 minute timer. But then he says the more EXP debt you get, I'm more confused as to lengths of time, stacks. I mean, clearly he says the more you die, essentially, the more stat dampening you get. But now I'm confused if it's a time limited thing or if it's an EXP debt thing. So there are 2 different debuffs. Yeah, I'm like even a little bit more confused off this interview. So maybe I'm stupid. Am I dumb? I don't know. Maybe I'm dumb. This is the reason patch notes were taken down. We'll be adjusting the PTR patch note to something along the lines of this soon. Added a 48-hour cooldown to new guild wars. Once a guild war ends, added a 48-hour cooldown to join a new guild war or new guild after. That's great. Actually, that's wonderful that they're doing that, because that was fucked up. Yeah, I'm more confused as to what he's talking about here. 5 to 10 minutes in a PvE wipe would be the time it takes to get your raid group back to the boss again, buff up, ready for the next pull anyways. Just don't see the issue in a PvE situation. Well, that's true, Me Crusher. I understand. Yeah, I mean, if it's like, hey, 5 to 10 minutes, you're done. But he's also now, you know, he's clearly saying as you accrue more XP debt, like your stat dampening worsens. So does it only worsen for 5 or 10 minutes? Like, is that how it works? I mean, that's what it sounds like they're saying, that, you know, you can die, have stat dampening for 10 minutes. But if you die and that stat dampening can go away, but if you accrue more experience debt, then I guess the dampening gets worse. I don't know. I'm confused as to what he was just saying.
That happens on death is that you drop your parts of your material inventory, right?
That's the part
a
I hate the
percentage of
most.
your material
I
inventory.
hate dropping
now
materials.
you could drop potentially
Pisses me off.
completed items if you're corrupt when you die, right?
Okay.
So it depends kind of the state in which you're dying. If
apologies, but I want to hear this
first
again.
and foremost is you have a death debuff. That lasts for, you know, anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes,
5 to 10 minutes,
depending on how often you've died.
Okay.
Okay.
Depending on how often you've died. Highlighted message. Why is it bad that dying is punishing? There seems to be 2 different penalties if you die in the hard area. You know, I think, Tomic, it comes down to what's too punishing, basically. I think everyone agrees that we would like to see things be meaningful, that you need to be careful. And if you're not careful and you die, that you suffer something from that. But I do think that there's a part to this that says, is it too much? And that's where I think people get a little frustrated.
That death debuff is going to have some stat dampening effects. It's going to influence you negatively. The second thing that you have that happens to you is you acquire experience debt, right? And experience debt is something that lives on your progression tracker, right? This is experience debt that you need to go and gain experience in order to recover.
Okay.
Now, experience debt, the more you accumulate it, the more impact it has stat dampening on your efficacy in battle. And this is efficacy in battle with PvP or PvE. It doesn't matter. Now, the ceiling for that is if you accrue 100% experience debt within a level, you're going to have to work off that 100% experience debt, and you will have 20%, roughly 20% max ceiling on like how much your efficacy is curved.
So it sounds like what he's saying. Let's see. So let's say you die a whole shit ton. You die a whole fucking buttload, and you have 100% EXP debt, and you're not doing anything. So you wait 10 minutes, and all of a sudden now you no longer have a debuff. You know, no longer have that debuff, but you still have a whole fucking bar of EXP debt. So it sounds like what he's saying is, if that EXP debt is still there, and then you die again, that because you have such a high amount of EXP debt still, that your debuff, while it might still only be 5 to 10 minutes long, it's going to be a worse debuff. I mean, that sounds like what he's saying, right? So hopefully, fingers crossed, means that it's still just a 5 to 10 minute timer. I mean, that's how I get that. That's what I'm hearing here. Like, Discord news. What Discord news? Where's Discord? Where's my fucking Discord? I heard a thing go off in my ears, but I wasn't sure what it was. What did Steven have to say? Good evening. As many testers are aware, last weekend we introduced a bug into the game that allowed for several dupes to exist. As I have said in the past, our velocity to deploy fixes is a direct correlation to the possibility of introducing new bugs into the live version of Alpha 2. That's true, but you hope those things get get caught in PTR, right? See, Neuro, you've not done a good job. You let those bugs get through. Man, you've been on the PTR. Why did you let the bugs get through? You are the cause of the duping, Neuro. We are working hard and fast to address the most pressing issues we identify with the help of our glorious testers each weekend. Unfortunately, some testers took advantage of the situation, attempting to exploit these bugs in an effort to dupe materials, gain gold, generate no treasury funds, and craft legendary equipment. Some testers did the right thing and reported the issues to us, but the damage was already done to our test environment. As a result, these bad actors have since wiped all. As a result of these bad actors, we have since wiped all duped materials, removed all legendary item IDs that were created with duped materials, reset treasury amounts for the offending nodes, initiated emergency elections in nodes where buildings were created with ill-gotten treasury and supplies, and I have deleted over 100 characters that were found to have participated in the exploitative activity numerous times. Oh, shit. If you purchased or received items from these exploits, you will find those missing. If you have gained gold via these exploits, your gold was reduced to 0. Holy shit. All right, we're going to go back real quickly. I have more to read. But, so one, they have, oh, fuck. So, number one, if your guild did this, you are no longer mayor. If you were mayor and doing this, you are no longer mayor. There will be new emergency elections. Number one, like, holy shit. Yeah, I'm thinking of Resna. Exactly. It's like, holy fuck. Wow. Okay. So you have emergency elections in nodes where buildings were created. That's interesting. Have deleted over 100 characters. Jesus Christ. Which characters? Maybe that's why Envious disbanded. Well, they disbanded before this, but I want to know which characters are missing. Like, holy shit, how many of these big time guilds just wow. Oh shit. Wow. Yeah, deleted. Characters are gone. He deleted over 100 characters. Just poof. All gone that participated in that activity. Sounds like a Zillion thing. Rumors they're moving to Virus. I think I saw that, but I think they're not actually. And lastly, so again, we have emergency elections probably tomorrow. Characters, over 100 characters have been deleted. And if you had gained gold via any of the exploits, it's not that they just took your gold that you duped away. They have reduced your total gold to 0. So even if you had some legit gold, you no longer have it. You now have 0 gold. So, all right. Very nicely done, Stephen. Very, very nicely done. Yeah, and they also, yes, they also removed all of the items. So anything you duped is gone. It will no longer be in your inventory. It will only be a sweet picture that you posted to Discord like a fucking idiot of how you duped everything and had 8 bows. And now your character's gone. And if you were a mayor, you are no longer a mayor. So, holy shit. Heavy-handed duping as it should be. You know, and part of why I like this, because we've talked a lot about whether players should be damned, probably, but whether players should be banned from this. And you know, I've had some hesitation with that, in that it's an alpha, and I don't know that people should be like flat out banned from everything, but I like this as a sort of compromise. I really like this as a compromise. So, wow, holy shit. So your accounts aren't banned, but you've lost all your shit. Your gold's gone, your items are gone, your character's gone. That's crazy. This dupe was known in pre-alpha 2 and fixed, and it came back. People did not report. That is why it's happening. Yes, I could see that for sure. Ban shouldn't happen in the alpha. This is a good way to handle. Yeah. No, I agree. I've had a lot of hesitancy at the idea of banning people in alphas. unless it was just like clearly, like there was a clear reason to ban. Like at that point, it's like, okay, I can kind of understand. But outside of that, I've not been one that's been super excited at the idea of banning people during an alpha. So I'm trying to find if I can. Here, actually, let's do this. I think I can pull this up so that you can see what I'm seeing. There, can you read that? Is my head in the way? Is that too small? Does that look okay? All right, there's part I didn't finish. The testers who participated in this activity must understand that doing this harms the game, a game which you obviously care about. I have warned in the past, and it exists in our EULA and TOS, that cheating, RMT, and exploiting will be dealt with harshly. Everyone should be happy to know that as a company, we care for the integrity of our player achievements, and as such, it is necessary for us to stay vigilant in the tools we create that help us monitor and address these issues. Let this serve as a warning, and take it from someone who themselves have been banned from games. Ashes will be different, so don't partake. Instead, report it and play safe, my friends. So he's been banned? Steven's been banned from games? That's interesting.
That could be a bug.
That's a bug.
That could be a bug. Guys, you're going to see some bugs.
He's talked that Steven has admitted that he has RMT'd himself. So, I mean, that's not new. He's commented on that. So, I've not been banned from a game before. Holy shit. What have you been banned from? What the fuck you been doing? I've never even been banned from forums. What's up, Saddam Apiri? Did I say that right? Please say I said that right. I think Arcage. I've not been banned in Arcage. Wait, are you in game right now? What are you talking about, Neuro? Been about 8 minutes and the XP debt went down by 0.1%. Are you in the PTR? Okay. So you're testing. Oh, you're actively testing it right now. Gotcha. I said I didn't realize you were actually testing it. Observing EXP debt and PTR. So are you working it off then by killing shit, I guess? So then you can die and tell us whether it's a timed debuff. Did I miss this? Was this a conversation that already happened? Yes. Oh, shit. I fucking missed the whole thing. All right. Well, it'll be in chat. I can replay it. All right. So it was a time thing that you're seeing then. I swear to God, I've only had one beer. That's it. Has been a long day, though. Well, this is surprising. I actually did not think that that they would do this, to be honest. I figured it was going to be a post that, hey, we fixed it. Things are a little bit better. And that was that would be it. This is kind of unexpected. So I like it. Did you get an email from, oh shit, I don't know. I have not checked my phone. Maybe. I get email from them. I could check. Not seeing anything. Am I in trouble? Like, was I supposed to get an email? Did I do something wrong? They emailed some of the people. Oh, they emailed some of our people. Their characters have been deleted. No shit. No shit. Kai Nifty. What guild are you in? What server are you on? No, I didn't get an email. I wasn't even aware. Oh, you're in Chaos. No shit. Some of the Chaos people got their stuff deleted. Fuck. That's crazy. Played with some fire and got burned, huh? No, I did not get an email. Thankfully. You're in town, it's just diminishing on its own. The EXP debt is diminishing by not doing anything. It's kind of weird. Yeah, people had no idea they had received dupe mats and used them. No idea. I don't know. There's a skeptic in me that says, "Are you sure about that? Like to all of a sudden have a lot of shit?" I don't know. I would be curious where it came from. Stat dampening, not EXP debt. Okay, that makes more sense. Wow. So we know. Okay, so we know some Vira folks have had characters deleted. I want to know who else has had it. So anyone who gathers knows how rare, legendary, and heroic mats are. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. That's sort of the. I'm not trying to pass judgment on anybody. So, but sort of that willingness to sort of look the other way, I guess. Gathering is lame. Gathering should be removed from all games. Yes, gathering should be removed. We just dupe. Just item dupe. That's all you need. Just as long as you always have one of everything, you can always dupe it and you don't need to gather. You never know what people do before you receive something. So I'd be careful with trading. That's true too. That's a good point. You don't always know. Although I would say, I guess at this point last weekend, it was a very well-known bug. Very well-known. I'd seen videos on how to do it passed around in Discords. You know, it was known that people were actively doing this. Like literally there were pictures. I saw some pictures of people with bags of like legendary bows, that they clearly did not have the materials to make all of them. So kill mobs for items. I was just sort of joking. I 100% want to see gathering stay in. So wow. I'm curious to see what happens when I log on tomorrow. Well, as long as you didn't get an email, we're good, right? I want to. So we need to collectively know. We need to figure out which nodes need new mayors because I want to know, like per server, like which node there. Somebody should start a Reddit post tomorrow, seeing if we can figure out which nodes got their shit torn up and twisted inside out for a new mayor. Because my next question is if you're no longer a mayor and there's a snap mayor election, then that means you clearly were duping. So most of the mayors are pretty well-known people, right? In well-known guild positions. And so were those characters deleted? Like, you know, could you have really well-known people no longer have characters? So I want to know. Lyneth is pretty solid. Yeah, you never know though. I don't know. You never know. I'm so looking forward to tomorrow now. This is something we'll get to talk about next week. I'm assuming there will be some Reddit posts of people bitching. I didn't even know and you deleted my character, blah blah blah. I will be 100% making a list. Please share it with me. Yeah, please share it with me. I want to know. I'm sad Resna about to be bombed back to the Stone Age. Yeah, that's where I'll be looking. Shit, I want to know. I want to know because everyone, you know, everyone in a PvP scenario in those sweaty areas is trying to get some sort of one up on the other, right? So, and this is just completely theoretical. Like it's, I don't know that any of this is real, and I'm not saying it is, but let's say like Envious. Like, okay, they're clearly starting to dupe and they're using this bug. and they're gaining an advantage. So then does like Inferium say, all right, well then we're going to do it. And then does somebody else say, does Lineker's Guild like, well then I'm going to do it. Like how far does this trickle? So I really want to know, really want to know how this all plays out. Terrible Plaz on YouTube. EPH getting hit hard with the wipes. Are they like their characters are being deleted? Is that real? Holy shit. I can guarantee EPH, Nova, Envious are going to be missing people. You can tell by their YouTube bids and health bars. Yeah. I feel like this is going to make a ton of people really hesitant to do trading beyond this weekend. Again, I feel like this weekend was different. Like people, like this was not a like kept close to the chest kind of bug, like or dupe. Like this was out in the open. Everyone knew about this across every server. So, I think trading should be fine, but obviously losing or using your common sense, right? Like if someone's trying to trade you 100 legendary pieces of ore that you clearly shouldn't have, then I would probably be like, okay, something's weird. But I think you're going to be good to trade. So, we are hearing they have gotten multiple emails. I need to join these people's guild discords. I want to know all of the shit. I want to know all of the shit so that we could talk about it. Dupe has been patched. All the dupe items are gone now. Yeah. Trading should be fine in the future. PTR squashed this dupe entirely. Exactly. Here's Neuro with another report back. Okay, I can tell you the actual rate it diminishes because the stat dampening doesn't update till you do something. That's weird. It doesn't constantly update. That's really weird. Why shouldn't I have 100 pieces of heroic legendary ore? Yeah. I have a short. Ah, shit. I wonder if I can find that. Let me try to find it. That Steven I made of Steven kind of making a similar comment that always made me laugh. I don't know if I can find it though. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, it like makes this whole thing entirely predictable. As far as their actions. Oh shit, where is it? All right, go by views. Here it is. Yeah, let me.
We have Hamlet who wants to know about.
Yeah, so this was the one that he shit, god damn it. There we go. This was one that I put together as a short. Resna chat going off in Discord. Shit, I'm gonna have to get out and look at that. I'm more interested in how Envious is doing. There have been talks about, depending on how hard they're hit, they may reroll Lilith. They've also talked about Vira. I don't think they're going anywhere though. I think they have such a sort of narcissistic trend in their personality as a guild that if we knew they showed up on anywhere other than Resna, like the amount of shit they would get for that, I don't think they would put up with that. So, shit, we're in an ad break again. Minute and 45 seconds, so I'll wait before I do this. But go back to the Steven statement. Super Nars. Yeah, we'll know soon who duped as their characters are reset. Yeah, just completely gone. Holy fuck, that's crazy. I didn't expect it to be so so heavy-handed. I like it though. I like it a lot. I haven't seen the dupe, so I don't know, but I do know the guy who got his character deleted from our guild is a legit player. He didn't do any dupe. Well, okay. I mean, that's why I guess you can appeal stuff. This clearly came out of nowhere. So, back from a shower to email about duper punishment. Going to miss the 175% speed horse that was given to me. Well, at least you're not banned. Did you get any gold? Because now you also might be broke. That's crazy. Good for Steven. Good for Steven. Was Death Proxy mod on Discord on the E3 stream? I mean, he was for a long time. Yeah, honestly, I don't know. I don't remember when Death Proxy left. But yeah, he was a mod for a while. But I don't know. I don't honestly even know where he went. I heard Phantom X is joining Black Talon. I mean, don't tell Rive that. Rive is my wood daddy, so or something like that. All right. So far, none of my guild have gotten an email. You know what? I've not even checked my guild. I started getting a lot of pings in Discord though in my headset. I don't push it through. I never pushed Discord through live chat just because I don't want to. Especially when we're in combat, I feel like people probably don't want their conversations being broadcast. I hear you're joining rebellion. Maybe we'll see what happens. I don't know anything about Rive other than global spam. Yeah, that is true. That is that is my guild leader, and he likes to use caps. So, I don't see anybody chatting yet. Oh, here, finally some. No, there's just some. I don't see anybody within. At least at this point, I don't see anybody within Genesis talking about it as far as our folks. So, at least for now, it looks like our folks are fine. So, why are my ads restarted? I don't have any ads going. I don't know why they are. Are they? Does he drink and smoke weed? Shit, I don't know. That's a personal question. Black Talon doesn't spam. We just get shit done. Yeah, that's a personal question. We talk more about wood and brothels and orgies and shit like that. We don't talk about the personal stuff like drinking and weed. All right, y'all. Well, this is an interesting thing here. So, I think I am starting to very quickly lose my ability to stay awake, which actually when my brain starts shutting down, it starts shutting down. So we can start working on our way to. Oh, I was going to play this real quick. I forgot. Shit, not that one. So this is when we were talking about dupes. This it just reminded me of this.
Bugs and exploits. We can easily remove those pieces of economy from the system.
Not just pieces, those people.
Yes. And sometimes there's a dupe and you don't know that it's happening, right?
Oh, I
don't think that
accidentally
person
found 50 legendary items in my inventory. How did this get here? I have no clue.
Like,
I have 10 billion gold. How did this get into my inventory?
We have Hamlet.
Fucking predicted the whole goddamn thing right there. I don't even remember when this is from. When did I even post this? Shit, when did I put this up? How the fuck do I find out when I put it up? Can I tell on YouTube? When did I post you? This is from July 15th, 2022. So, yeah, there you go. Like he literally says, we will
Who
delete
wants
the
to know
people.
about bugs and exploits? We can easily remove those pieces of economy from the system.
Not just pieces, those people.
Yes. Sometimes there's a dupe and you don't know that it's happening, right?
Oh, I
don't think that
accidentally
person
found 50 legendary items in my inventory. How did this get here? I have no clue. I have 10 billion gold. How did this get into my inventory?
We have Hamlet.
I love that. I got to start spreading that shit now. All right, y'all. Hit you up on Discord. We aren't prudes. We're adults. Yeah. As long as you don't mind me saying fuck. My favorite word is motherfucker, by the way. So I don't tend to say it that way. I say motherfucker. But I just hope the cookhouse is still there in rest now. Oh, shit. Well, it doesn't sound like they're reducing the structures. They're just removing the people. So that's just crazy, man. I'm gonna kind of probably quickly try to edit this and post it up on YouTube. Because that's fucking nuts. A few minutes more. I need 5 more minutes. 5 points. What time did you post that? Has 5 minutes gone by? Yeah, he walks the talk for sure. That's just crazy though. Stat dampening frequently rolls out fast. Well, he did say 5 to 10 minutes. So is that what it sounds like? Phantom X's Black Talon, you heard it here. I mean, I guess I don't mind being shared. That's fine. Okay, so you got your points. All right, so we're all good. So I can now officially move on to bed because we got your points. That's great. I'm just kidding. Yeah, that was a joke. Sarcasm. Resna about to be a third ward server again. Shit. I wish I had a character on Resna. Not really, but that's crazy. All right. Do we have anybody? Is there anyone that's actually streaming Ashes of Creation content that we could raid? Or not? I don't know. Anybody that you all know? I don't know these people. Who's Bud Ross? I don't know who that is. Oh, it says rerun making dinner. No. So Duke Shagums? Shagums? I don't know who that is. Are they live? They got 2 viewers. All right, this also says rerun. I don't know. If it's a rerun, we're not going to bother. Raid Pirate Software and maybe get some follows. Does he allow raids? As long as that's like, I don't know what his community's like. You're not setting me up to be like ostracized, right? I know some folks don't allow raids, so yeah, that would be my only hesitation is for big folks. I don't want to I don't know. Some people can be picky about stuff. So yeah, I think we'll probably just pass a little bit on that. And these other folks, it looks like, are just doing rerun shit. So yeah, this stream's been going fucking 22 hours. Jesus Christ. All right, guys. I wouldn't risk it. Yeah, I just don't know enough about him. It's not like he needs he needs my raids anyways. Because I feel like I know a lot of people turn it off because of people trying to get something from him. So I don't want to be that guy. All right, guys. There is no one currently streaming Ashes, so we're just gonna close off for the night. So appreciate y'all hanging out with me. Thank you all who followed. Thank you all for the subs. I'll be back on tomorrow, probably 10:30ish, 11 o'clock Central Time, and we'll go for a while. Yeah, so I hope you all have a good night, and we will see you tomorrow, I guess. So shit, I got the wrong chat up and I'm getting really fucking confused is what I'm saying. I'm getting tired. So all right, guys, I'm gonna hang up and see y'all later. This has been fun, and I gotta find my shit to turn off the stream. I'm feeling very disorganized right now, but that's just because I'm kind of tired. So all right, guys, I'll see y'all later.